All right. I think that we are live. What's up, everybody? I'm Long Tom. This is the Long Tom Lounge. And hey, Syria Rooster in the chat already. What's up, folks? Um, we are here as every Tuesday for Caverns and Klombos, which is our little take on Dungeons and Dragons, hence the clever name, Caverns and Klombos. Um, And yeah, pretty much what we're doing here is I have come up with a story, or like the rough outline of a story, and every week we get together and the players take on the role of different types of characters. Some of them are strong, some of them are smart, some of them are fast, some of them are, good with a bow, some of them are better with a sword, whatever the case may be. And they try and help tell this story as we go along. Um, and most recently, our players have acquired this lovely bastion, which is a fancy word for base of operations. And they're each decorating a portion of it to their own character styles. For example, this is Remy's place. He's playing a character that he has dubbed a Healy Peely, which is a holy roller archetype. He has access to different healing items and healing spells. And then of course Trone is you kind of look like you're an artist the way like your shield could be a palette in your other hand here. But Trone
I
is
paint my art in blood.
there you go in the slurp of my enemies. Um, Trone's a barbarian type, very strong, very blunt in a pointed kind of way, and as you can see, they're into more of a combat aspect of life than some of the other players. We are standing by for a little bit. Um, Everybody had a little bit of things to do IRL,
I'm
but
back.
should be here shortly. All right. So yeah, we got Spicy and we got Remy. And
Yo.
what's up, Remy? I believe. Hey, that zebra's in the chat. What's up, that zebra? Um, oh, that reminds me of something I'll talk about here in a second. Monday should be back tonight. So we'll get a Monday's Tuesday Madcap recap. Um, but the last time we were here, like I was saying, everybody kind of got access to their own little areas to develop. Uh, Spicy's building a little enclave over here. Um, Monday wasn't with us, so they didn't get to decorate, but they have claimed this tower. Um, and yeah, the bastion allows them to uh, add special facilities. For example, one of the facilities they chose was the library, which will allow them to research specific topics and get, accurate information. Kind of like, anything they want their library to research between now and next week. They can have them do that. They also got a laboratory. We have Trone's Harry Spellfail Laboratory. Uh, this is their potion making shop. You see they got the conveyor belt. It's pumping out potions as we speak. And then what was the? Oh, that's right. The training grounds. Spicy had started building a training grounds. I threw some targets in, inspired by actually a little build Game Boy Pablo did. I don't know how he did it, but I tried to at least mimic it slightly. Because I had the idea, you know, 20 minutes before the stream and was like, I better put this together. So I didn't have time to watch the video. But if you folks get the chance, check out Game Boy Pablo's channel at Game Boy Pablo. Amazing like Viking inspired builds and kind of just European style awesomeness. Um, I was just saying, Remy, I peeked in at your place and I love it. The like Healy Peely like lounge, like it's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to have a little bit of a
Oh,
Peely influence. I
yeah,
actually did a little bit more where I had the couches like the banana and everything too. I was like, oh, it was like becoming too much. I like the more these blue
yeah,
couches
yeah,
are a little bit more inviting, but I
yeah,
little
yeah.
flair to it. Same thing in here. The
Right,
counter, I did the counter as like a Peely, but I was like, I think the regular counter
right, yeah, yeah.
a
No,
little
I'm
more.
digging the like kind of modernish vibe that it has, while also being like like a bungalow. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing. So very well done.
Thank you.
Um, I like your fire pit out here. No villagers will use this ever.
Yeah.
Um, but you had picked for the Bastion the library.
Yeah.
Um, I started building a library, and then I realized that it would be more fun, probably for you to build it if you wanted. So
Yeah.
over in, whoa, I just got lagged all over the place. Where am I? I'm lost. Over in here is just a little library I
Oh,
built.
nice. Yeah, no, I like this. This is
Uh,
good.
any
Keep this.
decorations you want to throw in, obviously, any updates or upgrades or, whatever you want to change, obviously feel free. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, now you guys will have actually a librarian, quote unquote, who lives here somewhere in the facility. We might have to build, housing for all the people that work in your different shops and stuff. But each week you can, task them with researching a specific topic. Um, but
Do
yeah,
one
the
thing.
the training grounds we built allows them to hire a uh, essentially like a tutor in different skills. Train with different weapons, et cetera, et cetera. Because not all character classes or archetypes, as we call them in Caverns and Klombos, uh, Banana Bastion, that zebra says. I love it. We'll have to get Syria to come in and turn the tower into a banana. um, Shoot, totally threw me off. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they can. Not all archetypes can use all weapons. So you have an opportunity when leveling up, if you can find a trainer in the world, usually to learn a new skill or a new uh, like weapon ability. We call them knacks. In D&D, they'd be called feats. So you can pick up a new feat or a new knack, something that you have picked up the hang of. And yeah, now instead of having to go out and like find someone in the city, they can essentially attract them here instead. So it's a little time saving kind of thing, and it gives them a little more freedom of what is available if they want to, learn a little of this or a little of that. See, training grounds, laboratory. Oh, and Monday was going to pick the fourth one. That's what it is. Serto, what's up, brother? Good to see you, as always. Two known Rexy's out there as well. What's up, two known? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on the Bastion. Do you guys have any questions about what we're getting into, or as far as the Bastion goes, I guess specifically?
Busy building my throne.
Nice. I was wondering how long it would be before someone put in some rest facilities. Uh, I totally wanted to build some, but I figure that you guys should decide where you do your business. Um, so, all right, I am not sure what is going on with Monday, actually. Last I spoke to them, they were coming, but things change rapidly. in life, as we all know. So hopefully they'll be here soon. Um, so if you guys don't have any questions about the bastions, what I kind of want to do is something we didn't get to in the like lore explanation video, and actually get into like your character stats, what's been going on as far as we level up and fun stuff like that. Um, Let me see. I need one of these. That's a lot of damage. We'll just go with this one. Do 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 do. All right. So let's go check out Spicy's digs.
I just started it all over. I didn't like it.
Right on. Heck yeah. Yeah, what we had, as far as like the Bastion guide uh, was going, a like 4x4, those these 16 by 16 is what pretty much the space that you're going to be able to cover with like the amount of money and stuff that you guys have, and resources, etc., etc. If you want to expand beyond that, then that's when it's gonna start costing a little bit of gold. Pretty much like boils down to 500 by for per cube. I mean, obviously, if you want to keep the ceiling and stuff, for the like footprint of where you intend to eventually build, like that's fine by me. But for now, really, we're like focusing on like your like
My four
bedroom.
squares are just around the base of this rock.
Okay. Right.
Will that work?
Yeah, yeah, like if you did like half squares like all the way around, you're like, because your footprint is like interrupted by this. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna sink all of my stuff like into the rock.
Nice. That's awesome. Heck yeah. No, if you want to do that, I'm just saying like vaguely that much, that amount of studs of
I
a
got you.
footprint. You know what I mean? It can be any shape you want it to be. It can be, you know what I mean? And
I got
again,
you.
it's just a rough, you know, whatever. So that pretty much it's something to do with our gold. You know what I mean? Like so
Right.
we're not just sitting on like giant piles of it for the rest of our lives. But all right, so I'll let you do that. Remy, you actually seem like the deepest into your build, so um, let's talk about holy rollers.
Let's
Let's
go.
see. Meow, 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 meow. If I can get to the right pages. So in Dungeons and Dragons, the archetype that Remy is playing would traditionally be the cleric. They have access to, like holy magic and, divine powers and et cetera, et cetera. But they also usually are like the team healer. In K and K, we're calling the cleric the holy roller. Just another little punny name here at K and K, because we roll these D20s to determine the outcomes of conflicts. Uh, say somebody wanted to try something. Each character has, specific abilities or proficiencies that you know gives them bonuses or negatives to certain types of roles. So certain characters are better at certain types of skill attempts than others. Everybody can try anything they want, but certain people are going to have a better rate of success. So, Remy,
Yes.
uh, you, sir, are a ranged slash spellcaster class, and your primary ability would be, out of your three stats, whimsy. Um,
Okay.
Now, as a holy roller, you're gonna get proficiency in whimsy saving throws and will saving throws. So anytime I ask you to make a saving throw, you get to add your uh, proficiency bonus, which is based on your level to that roll. Um, so let's see. Does anybody know offhand what that is?
It's 4 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, all right. Yeah. Oh, right. Because I bumped you guys up to level 9. Good recall, Trone. So, let's see. Where are your character sheets? What did you choose for your skills to be proficient in at first level out of history, insight, medicine, persuasion, and religion, sir?
Give me a second here. I'm trying to go through what I picked.
Yeah, no problem.
Give me a second. What was the choices again? Because I can't seem to.
History, insight, medicine, persuasion, and religion.
I'm gonna do insight,
Okay.
insight, persuasion.
You get 2.
Okay, then an insight and persuasion.
All right. So, now there's obviously no like textbook definition to how you go about persuading people. Whatever method your character chooses, whether it's like just being really sweet to people or whatever it is, you now have that bonus in persuasion. Maybe people just trust you. You have that vibe. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
So because we're level 9, you're gonna get +4. Also, that's what that proficiency bonus we were just talking about is mainly used for, is obviously your proficiencies. So yeah, you're gonna get a +4 to either of those checks. In addition to, let's see, yeah, I don't have that written down here either. Do you know your 3 core stats, wit, whimsy, will offhand?
I actually never fully set them up, so I kind of kept them. If whimsy's gonna be the most, then I'm going to go with. I think the last I had it at was like around. I probably keep it similar. Well, because the 2 main ones I should have is whimsy and will, right?
Yeah, for yeah, because persuasion would be a will skill. Yeah, and your main, uh, your primary ability is whimsy. So yeah, the way that character creation goes, I'm not gonna break out the math of it, but what pretty much works out is your characters end up either having a 5, a 6, and a 7, in any order, a 6, 6, 6 in any order, or a 4, 5, 8, I believe.
Okay. So so I'm gonna do whimsy at 7,
All right,
will at 6, and wit at 5.
right on. So in K and K, 5 signifies like a pretty like average level of ability.
Okay.
So you're of average intelligence, so you're going to get a bonus of +0 to your any wit checks. But now keep in mind, if it's a saving throw where you're like resisting something, or you're trying to fight back against something, you're still going to get that proficiency bonus even though you have the +0.
Okay.
But for anything with your whimsy, with the 7 you're going to get a +2, and with the will you're going to get a +1. So say you went to, use your insight skill, you'd roll your die, you'd get your +2 from your whimsy score, but then you'd also get your proficiency bonus.
Cool.
So you'd end up adding a +6 to your die roll. And then will, you know, same math works out for that, but obviously one less.
Sounds good.
But all right, so in D&D, obviously everything's all done on paper. Everything's all, you know, imagination. Everything's all, you know, it's pretty easy for me to just say 300 dragons show up here riding on the backs of wild hogs and, you know, blah, blah, you know, as crazy a thing as I want. And, you know, it just is. But here we are in the finite world of LEGO Fortnite. So to emulate some of your class abilities that your class would traditionally have in Dungeons and Dragons, I'm using a mixture of runes and charms. You know, for like, hey, Haskins in the chat. That's awesome, Syria. I will address that in a moment. Um, obviously, charms and stuff to reflect mostly your physical abilities, but then runes on your weapons to reflect like any more like extraordinary abilities your character might have. For example, your character on all of their melee weapons and ranged weapons, for that matter, get Undead, Bane, and Health runes. And of course, those, depending on your level, they increase, you know, from, you know, the first to third level. But so now, anytime your character fights Undead, for example, which traditionally is, you know, like a unholy enemy, now you do way more damage. Like, you're not great at fighting pirates. You might not be the guy to call to fight a roller, but if there's a skeleton out there, like, you're a machine. And then also because you're a healer, you have health, which causes any enemies you defeat to drop more healing items. You can pick those up and freely distribute them, you know, as you see fit after combat. But those runes, like I was saying, they'll increase at level 7. So we're at level 9 now. So on your weapons, whatever you have, you should have level 2 Undead Bane and level 2 health on all of them. If you have gear that doesn't match that, on the roof directly above your head is a workbench and a enchanting station. You can fix those.
It's level 2?
Level
For
2,
both?
sir. Yep, for both.
Okay.
So, and then like we were saying many streams ago, the best tier weapon that you guys probably have right now is like a metal. What is it? Blue, I believe, right? Anything above that, like oh, actually, one of your characters has a magic machete, I believe they found. So it would be like a crystal weapon. So any weapons that you get that aren't magical are going to be blue or lesser quality. And speaking of which, your character class is slightly limited in the weapons that it can use. So for example, you can use any dagger, you can use up to common axes, you can use up to uncommon spears, and you can use a common crossbow. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, that's for the other. But then, of course, you know, if you find magic versions of any of those weapons, you can still use them. It's just something that we did to kind of reflect, for example, like a fighter being better with a sword or a barbarian being better with an axe. Is you know, no matter how much you work at it, you know, you can only use that first axe. You know what I mean? Also, you know, your character spends your time differently. You know, you're out communing with the bananas and, you know, doing your healy-peely thing, while you know, Trone's like punching a training dummy. You know what I mean? So, damage-wise, in the end, it all kind of almost levels out. I mean, obviously, the strongly melee classes are going to be a little bit stronger always when it comes to melee. But for example, you're getting that extra undead damage against undead. Um, the fighter never gets any extra damage against the undead unless they have a magic, something or other. Some people can only use daggers, but their class allows them to add damage to their daggers. So in the end, their dagger does the exact same amount of damage, as a sword, which does the exact same amount of damage as an axe, which, et cetera, down the line. So no matter what class you have, like, you're always going to be, like, within the same combat range as your peers, essentially. So despite the fact that your staff might be green, like, you're getting +2 charm, for undead, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So it does balance out in that manner. Beyond that, you can, for your armor, which, we've been doing the charms for, light and medium armor and shields. So you can use shields, and you can use up to blue charms for your armor, right? Right.
Yes.
All right. So
I think still I have a rare totem of return, and then I have a blue health charm, and then I have a green health charm.
Uncommon, and you said you
Rare.
have a rare for the last one, so blue. So yeah, that's at 10th level, those first 2 charms are gonna upgrade. But yeah, your armor is the best armor you can have right now without, it being quote unquote magical armor of some variety. But all right. So let's see. At first level, you chose kind of like your cleric path, which is either the like protector role, kind of like the knight, or the cleric, where your mind is more of your weapon. And you went with the like healy peely. So you're a little less combat based, but that's where you get the wit proficiency from, because again, you spent more time with books, with education, stuff like that. So, say you come across a puzzle that needs solving, like, you're used to that kind of thing. That's you're
Okay.
good to go on all that. So that's why
Cool.
you get that proficiency bonus there for
And it's on wit. I get a proficiency bonus because that's at 0 at the moment.
yeah.
Talking about insight and persuasion, or
Okay,
you're talking about wit.
here. So you get to use your whimsy bonus on wit skill checks. Sorry, the way I said
okay.
that was confusing. You're right. So you get to use that +2 on skills that would normally be a wit skill check. So like I was saying, if like you came up with a puzzle, or you had to, like, say for example a history check, you had to recall something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would get to use your whimsy score
Okay.
instead. So yeah, again, that to reflect that you've spent time learning from books and having to recall facts, and et cetera, et cetera. But all right. Beyond that, let's see. Your spell casting, we can go over here in just a second. One of the things that we're doing to kind of like change how magic works in the world, one of the things your character can do, starting at 7th level, is you can cast level 2 runes and rare charms. So say you have a spell that's like protection from elements, or yada yada, something like that. Now you can totally be like, okay, I'm going to cast this spell on Trone, and give them essentially a whatever color charm that fits the spell, you know what I mean, but of
Right.
up to rare level.
Okay.
And also you can enchant weapons. because we can't do cantrips, which is in D&D, that's a spell that you can just kind of cast at
Right.
leisure. It doesn't use a spell slot. We don't really have that, so I thought, okay, for example, like the wizard can put zap on all their weapons. So, they're always casting this electrical shock thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So with that in mind, you could, for example, if you had a spell that caused damage if somebody touched you, you could cast a reflect charm on yourself, essentially. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that would be in place of like, cantrips or spell slots, depending on, what the ability we were trying to get to was. Up to, we did Undead, Bane, and Hell. All right, so do you have any questions about your spells before I start rambling about them non-specifically?
I don't think so. From last we went, it was spells per day. I can do one fourth ring or fourth circle. Is that what it's called? And then
Fourth level, yeah.
fourth level, and then I have 3 third level, and then 3 second level, and then 4 first level.
Right.
Okay.
And then, for example, like your healing spell, there's 2 versions of it. They're both first level. One's ranged and one's touch. The touch one, and they both take a spell slot. It doesn't matter which one you use. They both take a spell slot. The up close one, you can blast them with the slurp cannon twice. The ranged one, you can blast them with the slurp cannon once.
Okay.
But say somebody was far away from you and hurt real bad, you can upcast your spell. You can cast that far away one at a higher level, and for every level that you add to it, like say you wanted to, like say Trone was really, really hurt, and he was on the other side of, too far away for you to reach. So he needs 4 shots of this cannon to heal all the way, right, and survive the next thing that happens to them. You can use your 4th level slot, the one that you have, to cast that first level spell, and then you get for the 2nd level another shot, the 3rd level another shot, so you could shoot now 4 times. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same is true of that other one. That's the touch one. For every level above that you cast it, you can shoot that gun 1 more time. That'll be, of course, convenient if like you need to do a whole bunch of healing quickly, during combat or during an encounter, stuff like that. But then you also have spells that allow you to manipulate the world around you, like the stone shape, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at your most recent spells since we just leveled up. You might actually have more spells now because we went up to 9th level from 7th. So you might have access to even more spells that I'm not aware of. But another thing that you can do with your spells is you can actually summon skeletons. I believe it might be a 4th level spell, but I think, I'm not sure how many it allows you to summon, but you can essentially raise undead to fight for you. So where are you right now, Senor? Would you care to meet me out on the training grounds, sir?
Yes.
Let's see. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. We'll get. As I was mentioning last stream, factions that are opposed to each other, or not on the same team. That's what I want to do. I want to drop those. There you go. Will fight each other. So say for example, I'm going to throw this dummy right down here about midway, and you get one of your skeletons ready, or get all 3 of them ready if you want. So
Okay.
if there's this guy here, and he sees us and comes this way, you can throw 3 skeletons, throw a couple behind him as well. And now they're gonna do their thing, they're distracted as all get out. So that can work as like a distraction, that can work as, you know, all kinds of things.
That's cool.
Say we get into like a hard combat, you want to pull in some extra reinforcements. We had talked last time about the Bastion having a barracks. That's how all that would work too. For example, like say you guys had a Bastion and you had 10 troops, you'd be able to throw 10, you know, of whichever troop type, you know, out into the battle to help you. Like say people attacked this place right now, and you had a barracks that had 10 troops, you could then take, you know, 10, you know, of, I don't know, like the Black Knights or whatever, and just whip them out into the combat behind the pirates, and now they're going to come and fight the pirates. And because you threw them behind them, now you've made these guys turn their back on you, and those guys who might have been your enemies are going to fight the pirates first. So, beyond the... Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. Beyond, you know, the, like, tactical capability, you know what I mean? You can be used as, like, a distraction and as, like, an offensive thing.
That's cool.
But beyond that, you also have a couple spells that do a decent amount of damage. What was that one we were talking about last time? Ah, shoot. I don't remember the name of it. What was that, Tron?
Holy Dart or Flame Strike?
Nah, the 5th edition spells are so obnoxious. Here, I'm gonna... Oh, I meant to do this. Come here. Let me get the stupid thing out. I haven't bothered to transcribe them all yet, so...
Guiding bolt, I'm seeing is a first level.
One of them, it may be like 3rd or 4th level, but it does like 4d6 damage, which is obscene for that low level of spell. Bards, clerics, we're almost there, guys. What is warding bond? I don't even know. It might be that. Alright, I'm not going to spend any more time looking for this. Long story short, in the instance, which one of you got that gun when I dropped it?
Oh, I took it. What? Do you need it?
Alright. No, not at all. You need it because, say you come across a spell in your spell list that does do damage. What I'm doing is for 1d3s and 1d4 type damage, you're going to use the E11, which is the regular Star Wars blaster. Anything above that, that's non-area effect or explosive, is going to be either that D44 or like a poison jar.
Okay.
So, do you have any more skeletons?
I do, but they have axes. But yeah.
Oh, that's all right. So, just for funsies, I'm going to throw out a couple guys, and now with your new abilities and your new spells, which, now keep in mind, again, you have that stone-shaped thing, so given the idea that you can, you know, manipulate stone around you, you could also just be like, boink, you know, make a little space here. Now you got a thing to stand behind.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's see. I have all the wrong weapons. Oh, I'm sorry, Squarefoot. So, let's say we go to begin combat. Um, I tell you guys, all right, down the end of the thing, there's, 3 bandits. They're, armed, blah, 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 blah. They're sitting around playing cards, whatever the scenario is. And you decide that you're going to go in.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
You won your initiative. But all right.
Kinda-
but you see what I was getting at. It doesn't necessarily always need to be like Rooster or Trone or Spicy running and doing stuff. You have abilities to engage combat as well, And then you've got that thing. I think the thing said you could shoot it, 46 times, which means you would have 4 shots with that blaster.
Word.
So, I know a lot of times you were spending around just like kind of following people around and healing them. Like you can be in there smacking them down too. You got little buddies. Same thing is true your other character again. He's kind of a mid-level combat versatility kind of archetype like Spicy's character. But he has a wolf friend that he can throw into combat the same kind of way.
That's right.
So all right. What? Yeah, I think that pretty much covers all your like
Abilities?
nonsense. Yeah, all your abilities and all your
skills.
Your stat stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we had all
Cool.
that squared away. And like, not just so you know how things work, but also so I know how things should work. You know what I mean? So also, it helps me not like, when I have all your guys' info and all your numbers and all that stuff like fresh in my mind, like I can be like, oh well, to make this really hard, it would be a 25 difficulty they have to be, or you know what I mean? Like, if everybody has +8s to the check, a 15 isn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's easy. So, but all right. I will release you back to your let's see how your library is going.
So the only thing I did was I just put the rug down because I feel like the rug really rugs really make rooms.
Wait, did you have to move the tables and then put them back?
Yeah, I knocked them down and put it back. And I kind of made a mistake because these bookshelves are floor to ceiling, so the rug actually I can't put on this side. But I like using these shelves because you can just kind of put your own books on them. So I'm kind of doing that and changing it up a bit.
No, it looks good. Actually, this shelf is the one I was looking for, and I couldn't remember which set it was in because I wanted to add all the books as well. The only thing.
Ooh.
That is nice. Is that the Countess set? Yeah. This bookcase is the only special thing that I did in this room. I placed this with the balloon trick because it's one of those weird objects that's off half a stud than its box. So to place it there between those 2 shelves, I had to do the and the candles were that's how I did the candles in the center.
Yeah, I was wondering, I couldn't find that one candle with the book, so I just put these ones a little bit more, and then I put these in the corner.
It was the just the lone candle by itself. I just centered it on the table. Everything else was some other decoration. But all right. Who wants to be next? Who's got the Sasquatch? That is Spicy's hired gun. During, was it 2 or 3 episodes ago? I don't recall. 3, I think. They got run out of the Pele Bon Anu Nature Preserve, and everybody had a buddy except for Spicy, so he hired Squarefoot. Because in a wildly glossed over point at 5th level, everybody got the ability to hire followers, and actually next level they will be able to attract permanent followers. So they have This is their base that they found after getting running out of there. They had to clear out a bunch of pirates. But attached to this, just outside, is a small island that has a tiny little village that they're gonna fix up. And that's where they will attract permanent followers that they can just have with them all the time for free. Um, I already see Remy. Sirius said, I see already next time they have to fight another 80 enemies, Remy throwing Klombo in the fight. No. Unfortunately, Remy only gets skeletons at this point. I think you might be able to attract, like summon animals and creatures, so you might be able to summon rollers and stuff like that. Like I said, I forgot to check what spells you can do. But let's see. That zebra said something a long time ago that I said we were going to address, I think. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe I'm imagining it. But, maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't. That zebra had mentioned to me that because they watch on their phone, when an ad plays, sometimes it like messes up where they are in the stream, and it's hard to get back to where they were. And I was like, well, I'm going to take care of that right away. So there shouldn't be any ads playing right now. I'm going to turn those on after the streams from now on because that's goofy. We should all get to hang out and like do stuff. And yeah, so that's change. That's what I wanted to address. I could have swore they said something about it, or maybe just seeing their name reminded me about it. But yeah, because we're here for the enjoyment of the stream, first and foremost. But yeah, Haskins, if you weren't here, their Bastion, different facilities let them, for example, the library lets them research stuff. Trone's Juice Laboratory over there will generate them healing potions and stuff like that each week. The training facility will allow them to you know, hire people to train them to use different things, here on site instead of having to go all over the place. And then when Monday rejoins us, there'll be a fourth facility that we don't know what they're going to pick. So tonight, we're just getting everybody up to snuff before the big update on the 25th. Can you guys believe that? That's next week. Because they're adding new mobility. They're adding, I'm sure a bunch of stuff is going to get changed that they didn't mention in the patch notes. So
That's
yeah,
right. Going to be my new favorite attack.
yeah, no, I'm pumped for that. And I thought I saw something about like wall running as well, or something. Or maybe that was for Fortnite, but I don't know. And of course I see too many leaks as well, so I don't know what's true and what's not, But I thought that the update was coming on with the pass, so I put off what we were supposed to do next in order to accommodate these new movement, abilities and stuff like that. But oh well, it gave me more time to goof off on a bunch of other stuff. So, but all right, Trone and or Spicy, which one of you would like to do character stuff next?
His is going to take a lot longer, so you should probably do him first.
Alrighty. Species Spicy.
I'm here.
For those of you following along at home, Trone is playing what is hey, have a good night there, Haskins. Trone is playing, Jesus, Christmas. That's what I meant to say. Spicy, not Trone, is playing the classic thief archetype, which in Kaverns Klombos we call a sneak. And Spicy, your primary ability is, of course, will. Will in K&K is used to represent both like physical will and also like your force of will, your spirit, like how much you want something essentially. Um, but because it's such a blanket uh, term, it's kind of broken down into like contests of strength, and then also like evasion type contests. So your primary ability is will. That applies across the board, but you have saving throw proficiency with will and wit. So you would get your +4 to any rolls for that. But specifically for the like evading type will saves. Wit across the board, but evasion type will saves. Um, Let me figure out what I did with all this stuff. Oh, that's right. You're the last page. All right, so we got your stats all out of the way. You're getting a +1 across the board to all your rolls in addition to your proficiency. And then you went with, oh wow, you got expertise pretty much across the board here. Sleight of hand, stealth, athletics, and deception, and then proficiency in survival. Expertise allows you to add double your proficiency bonus to those rolls, so you're getting a +8 and a +1. So you're getting a +9 to pretty much all of your rolls for like being a sneaky guy. Which ones were those again? I already forgot. Sleight of hand, so picking locks, stuff like that. Stealth, any deception, and then also athletics. You're a pretty agile guy apparently. Let's see. Like I was saying, everybody has kind of like weapon and armor limits, which you can use any simple and light martial weapons. So any daggers, any machetes. You can use the first 2 tiers of swords, and up to uncommon crossbows. But because your class, normally in D&D they have like backstabs that you can do. Like say you sneak up on somebody and you poke him with your dagger. We can do that in a very limited capacity, of course, here in K&K, because the dagger does have backstab damage applied to it, but there's no way for me to limit other people doing that. So what we do then for you is, like Remy got the runes on his weapons, on daggers specifically, you get the damage rune. So again, because we're at past level 7, it would be the +2 damage on daggers. But you also get the luck rune on any weapon that you have gets the luck rune. Which of course just makes enemies drop more loot, and that's to reflect kind of your special ability to go through someone's pockets well. Let's see. But then something that I know hasn't come up, and I think probably needs mentioning. You also have your thieves' tools, which is a special kit. It's like a lockpick kit, but also has different stuff for other needs. So we're of course using the wrench to represent that in K&K, and that is a will-based skill check. But using your tools, you actually gain advantage on picking a lock or disarming a trap. So say you did find a lock and you wanted to get into it, you would roll two d20s because you have advantage, and you'd take the better one, and then you'd add 9 to it. So if something's locked, there's a pretty good chance that you are getting into it, like without a doubt. of course, to counteract this, for example, you're very lightly armored. You're highly mobile, lightly armored.
Right.
Another one of your abilities that you picked up for the type of thief that you are is your climb speed is equal to your movement speed. So, uh, with the exception of Trone, I think everybody else here right now has to move at half speed if they're climbing something. Like, it say that, even assisted, like say they wanted to climb a rope, uh, they would take their base movement and whatever bonuses, minuses, yada yada. Say they end up with 12, they'd only be able to move 6 feet up the rope. But you, because of your nimbleness, because of your practice, in D&D they call it second story work, the skill. So pretty much because you're accustomed to going through the second story windows of houses, you know how to climb a rope. You're good at it. Um, Coincidentally, climbing a rope is also an athletics check, which another thing you get a +9 to. So all right. Cunning action. Something else that you can do that you could do since your character's creation. There's a secret language, like underground language. It's called Thieves Can't, and it's how they pass secret messages and how they just do things in secret. But in full view of people. So you are fluent in this Thieves Can't. You know all the coded messages and stuff that go along with it. We talked about you having expertise, your sneak damage. Okay, so on everybody's turn, obviously we all have our actions, like a certain number of things that everybody can do each turn. Usually, like one of each type of thing. And everybody's limited to a certain, that key number, so that excuse me, so that everyone's turn remains, kind of fair, and nobody's like doing no. Oh well, I'm gonna punch this guy and run over here and do this and do this and do this. No, you get to do one of this type of thing and one of this type of thing and one type. All right. But you, sir, again in relation to your nimbleness, on your turn, you can take the dash action or the hide action as a bonus action. So, say normally you wanted to dash somewhere, you wanted to run. Uh, you would be able to take double your movement, but at the sacrifice of your attack. Your character, on the other hand, can move and attack. You can run somewhere and still shoot, or still, or punch someone and then run away, like, whatever you need to do. But in most people's cases, they could, we'll use from earlier's example, somebody can move 12 meters. They could punch that guy and only get 12 meters away. You would be able to get 24.
Right.
And depending on that guy's movement, he might not be able to catch you no matter how long he runs for, you know what I mean? So, good thing to have. And then, Jiminy Cricket, you just keep getting better at rolls. Whenever you make an ability check using one of your skills or tool proficiencies, you can treat any D20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So, going back to what we were saying before, you automatically roll a 19. You never roll below a 19, apparently, on those skill checks you have there.
Well, that's kind of crazy.
That is crazy. Like, before you even roll, you already did that well. Oh, and then evasion, again, because you're good with the dodging and, like, that type of stuff, based will saves. Say somebody did something that, was an area effect and everybody could dodge for half damage, you automatically take half damage from those effects. And if you make your save, you take no damage. So you can like miraculously get out of the way of things that other people just cannot. And I
Probably
think
good with light armor.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that brings you up to speed until again we level up to level 10. Do you have any questions about anything we just went over, or need to fix any weapons or anything?
I don't think so.
All right.
Let's see.
So, come on, marker, go away. It was so hard to do with this handful of dummies. All right. So you should have +2 damage on your daggers, and +2 luck, and then +2 luck on all. Like if you have a bow, the sword you picked up, one of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've,
you.
I've got
Do
one
you have
dagger
the?
that has life steal.
Okay. If that needs to have damage on it, add it.
Yeah, I did. It's got damage and luck now.
Oh, you're okay. Cool. Awesome. Heck yeah. I didn't know if you had upgraded after we got it. For
Yep.
those of you who weren't here in the third vault, they fought the web designer, who is wearing a giant mechanical spider suit. And upon defeating it, Spicy got one of the spider's claws as a trophy, which is now this shiny red and gold dagger. All right. So if you're good to go there, Spicy, you are free to work on your house or the practice ranges, or whatever
All right.
whatever you feel necessary. But all right, that brings us, I guess, to Trone. I wonder where Monday is. Do 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 do. Do do do
Not
do.
sure.
All right. So Trone is our bruiser archetype. Your typical barbarian, if you couldn't tell by the loincloth. Trone's primary ability is also going to be will, but again, different than Spicy a little bit. It's going to be focused on like strength based and more of like resistance based saves, as opposed to the necessarily dodging. It's not in Trone's dodge isn't in Trone's dictionary. As just walking straight into fires is. But all right, let's see. There he is. All right. Wit, whimsy, and will, please, sir.
6, 5, and 9.
I forgot. All right. 6, 5, 9. Which gives you +1, +0, +4 to will. Which is actually going to get you some special abilities here in a second. Yeah, I don't know if they changed it in the update or what, but you used to be able to knock things back with your pickaxe on the first or second hit, and now you're lucky if it does it on the third or fourth, if at all. And it's unfortunate because that was going to be how I was going to make it so, for example, Brock could pick someone up and throw them, was by, doing that. So maybe now everybody's going to have to get knockback on, like level 1 knockback on their pickaxe. Well, yeah, we'll see if it matters in the end. But you, for your proficiencies, what did you end up picking there out of the ones you have here?
Athletics, perception, survival, and for feral instinct, intimidate.
Wait a minute. Oh, right, because all right, we haven't done the subclass stuff. In
That wasn't subclass. That was base.
the oh, right, because you did there's like the yeah. All right, all right. All right. Well, what I have here is that you're picking two from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, or survival.
And 2 from the sailor background.
Um, yeah, we're gonna skip that for now, I think.
Okay. So then drop off survival for now.
Okay, so that athletics and what?
Athletics, perception, intimidate.
All right. I wrote that in the wrong spot. All right. And then naturally, same thing for you. Obviously, the +4 for your proficiency bonus to all that. Let's see. Now, to cover your rage, which a barbarian usually in D&D allows them to sustain more damage and put out more damage. We can't really make those changes on the fly so much. So instead of rage, when you go into a rage, what you get to do is let's see. Let me make sure I'm not steering you wrong. Yeah, I think
We're
at level
defeating by no
10
meat pies
it'll
or
change.
pizza.
Yep, it's going to be meat pies all the way up to level 10, and then starting at 10th level, you start eating pizzas instead. And of course, barbarians known for their axe mastery. You're going to do damage runes on all of your axes. But in addition to that, at level 9, you gained Brutal Strike, which allows you to add Force 1 to your axes as well. So now anything you hit with your axe just goes sailing, pretty much. Can be handy near cliffs and lava pits.
Which equates to force 2 on the axe because of the high will.
You know what? I'm gonna allow it because the pickaxe thing allows
That's got
you
3
to.
on it right now.
Right, that should allow you to get those bonuses on there. So, yeah, go ahead and do Force 2, and then when it goes up for what is it? No, not Brutal Strike. That's what you're getting now. Improved Brutal Strike will go up to 3 for it. But that's not for a little bit yet. You have your danger sense, obviously, which you gained early on, which gives you advantage on saving throws, requiring you to dodge. So,
Evasion light.
Yeah, exactly, evasion light. But yeah, so now you do have your oh, right, no, you won't get your will bonus on those on dodging, but you will roll with advantage, which is honestly better in my opinion.
With proficiency bonus, right?
Yep, yep.
So +4.
Gain proficiency in another. Okay, and then third level is primal not. That's where you got that. Fast movement, you increase your movement speed. Everybody's movement speed is a base 10 meters, and then your will score added to that. So that
Well, I'm
gives you
17 now.
yeah, it gives you a 14, and then your ability we were just talking about now gives you, yeah, you got a 17-meter movement, which is obscene. You are a cruise missile of pain. And then, of course, at 7th level, you gained advantage on initiative. And, yeah, Brutal Strike was the last one. All right, so you should have on all of your axes damage 2, knockback 2. And then, although you don't really get to use much armor, which, because anything heavier than like a medium armor, which in our world is a blue armor, kind of restricts your movement too much for a lot of your abilities to work. So you can wear it, but then you'd lose that 3 meters. A bunch of different little things would be taken away. But you can use shields. And no restrictions on your shields other than, not purple. That's any blue shield and lower, you are welcome to purchase and or use. And of course, if we find purple shields later, you are welcome to use them then.
There's only one shield I need, and that's the peely one.
Right. Yeah. A giant slice of pizza here. All right. So, the easiest way I figured to illustrate the other difference between your characters, because again, what we did was, in an attempt to, for example, like in Dungeons and Dragons, a fighter melee class has a higher hit point pool than, for example, a wizard or, et cetera, et cetera. And that's, again, a power balance, Like, for example, Trone might be really fast, but, he's not going to be really good at, figuring out the puzzle. He's not going to figure out, he's kind of like I was saying, their cruise missile. He's their meat shield. He runs in, and then Spicy follows and runs around the back and pokes him a bunch, and then dips out. While, Monday and Remy will support them, or, whoever else is playing with us at the time. Let's see. I tested it yesterday. Oh, I don't know when that comment was, so I have no idea what it's in reference to. But of course, all Lego people are essentially the same until you break it down into charms and totems. So, for example, Trone, if you could go stand right over there in front of one of those things for me for a second. Hey, Remy, are you busy?
Not really.
Hey, could you come stand in one of these things for me? Yeah, just don't worry. This is gonna be fine. All right. So, in addition to having that hit point pool, other classes have different abilities. So, for example, one of Monday's character at a high enough level can just regenerate hit points, but they can't wear any kind of armor. So this same bow, for example, if I shoot Trone, did that even do? Oh, 3. It was just behind your head. So if I shoot Trone, it does 3 damage. But if I shoot Spicy, I don't know what happened. Why can't I see the damage? I don't understand what's going on. So was that your head? Yeah. Now we got 4 on Spicy. And we got 3 on Remy. Now, if Trone were to go and put on his wizard, skin and put on his wizard charms, I got a feeling that the damage is going to be closer to 6. And then again, some of these characters can use shields, some of them can't. So in the end, there's a certain power dynamic that we're looking for between the team. We need some guys to take the hits, and we need some guys to give them back out, and we need all variety of archetypes to in the most effective and easy way solve these problems that we run into in the story. That being the case, 2 people here tonight have alternate characters. Trone's barbarian's name is Brock, but originally he was playing a senile wizard named Harry Spellfail. Oh, we lost Spicy. and he was one of 5 heroes that were teleported to the world for reasons unknown to them, and were used by an ancient evil to be released once more. Um, on this mission, they met Remy's character, Gen, who is a ranger from a druid enclave that they visited, who decided to come along with them. And then Monday's characters. Monday's currently playing a balladeer, which is our version of the bard, which of course uses lyrics and poetry to cast magical effects on enemies. And my internet is bugging. It kicked me from Discord. Yeah, brother, I figured that might be the case. But yeah, so Monday's character can inspire allies and kind of despire. I don't know what is de-inspire. I don't know what word am I looking for.
Demoralized.
Demoralize. Hey, there. That's a great one. I don't know if it's the one I was looking for, but that's perfect. Enemies, so that and also produce like sonic waves of damaging energy and fun stuff like that. But their other character is a monk who is a high mobility class. For example, Monday gets a lesser damage added to their daggers, but they get the Berserk rune added to all of their weapons. So they can run a little faster, jump a little higher. They're got a little more spring to their step, a little more parkour. But we also used to have Abide guy who was playing 2 different thieves, one named Abide and one named Guy. And Rooster, who used to play our old meat shield, and was about to start playing a druid before some things came up. So that being the case, all of these folks now live here in the Bastion. And in addition to those folks now in each of your Bastion upgrades, you're now going to have someone who technically, quote unquote, works and lives in that facility. But what we can do from here on out, this is, I had mentioned I was thinking about how I want to kind of attack this from here on out. I'm going to lay out, say we have, 5 things that we need to get done. You guys are just going to choose, okay, we want to go do this, or we want to go, instead of there being this kind of like nebulous, you can do anything, I'm going to make some clear direction choices, you know what I mean? So it's not like, do we go wander around Cutlass Cove? Will that get some, you know what I mean? There will be clear directions and you guys will just choose. And then, since I've been back to work, I don't have as much time to just like free build so much. So that'll also help me know what to focus my energy on instead of just building like 6,000 things that aren't going to get seen for, the next 7 months or whatever the case may be. But having this Bastion here will allow you guys to be more selective about who goes and does what. For example, had Monday been here, my plan for tonight partially was to have you go ahead and jump out, put on your other skins, and just come in. We'd do a little, you guys meeting your new characters kind of thing. Like Remy and Trone could talk to Spicy, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Just kind of go around and get some a little bit more about your characters, where they're from, what they got going on, and also what they want to get done. You know what I mean? Because I obviously have my own motivations as the Cavern Master. Story I want to tell, but like I don't want you guys to have a boring time while the story's being told. You know what I mean? So like the more I figure out about your character's motivation, and also obviously, just as important, your motivations as players, then I can provide more. You know what I mean? Um, if we want to do more combat focused stuff, if we want to do more, story stuff, if you guys would like it if there was more puzzles, whatever the case may be, that's what I'd like to work out. Um, Hopefully here in over this next week with the update and everything, we can finish this up here and pick a direction. Because right now we do have a lot of choices. There's still parts of the prison storyline that are options. You guys getting framed, excuse me, by Shere Khan.
You will die 1,000 deaths.
Right, exactly. We've got did I say the vaults already? If I didn't say the vaults, I meant to say the vault. Which ties, of course, into what's really going on with the peelies and the tomato heads. We've heard rumor of a bunch of different places that we've never actually seen. So, like I was saying, for the future, I will lay out clear options. Because, yeah, it's crazy. Like, for those of you in the group who have played D&D before, and those of you at home who've played D&D before, you can say you have like the most like innocent cottage, in the world. It has a front door, and it has a window, and it has a chimney, and that's it. That is it. Like, there's no way to explain that to your players that it is actually innocent. You know what I mean? Like, they will check for traps, they will detect magic, they will, detect good and evil, they'll, ask what color the smoke coming out of the chimney. You know what I mean? There's no way to not get hung up on certain things, and it's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? And I'm not complaining at all. I love it. But sometimes too much freedom is overwhelming, especially in a game like this. It's easier to react to things than it is to plot them out. Especially like in the moment. Yeah, I think it'd be better all around if I lean into that aspect a little more myself. But all right. Did you guys have any other questions about your characters? Gear, I guess, would be the only other thing. Like we said before, like ropes and climbing gear, that's a grappler, blah, 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 stuff like that. Moving forward, I'm going to pretty much, for the most part, just generally presume that you planned for the trip. So if you're like, I want to pull a rope out of my bag, I'm not going to be like, oh, you didn't say the magic words 3 sessions ago. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's not going to happen. But yeah, anything you want to throw in your inventory as, representations of rope or your bedroll or, any other game mechanics that we have. You want to grab a couple torches, knock yourself out. Because part of having the bastion is you have a place to, also like gain those common items that, might have before taken a special trip, But yeah, that is what's up.
We actually might be able to mimic instinctive pounce with the new jump attack mechanics.
Ooh, dude, that's I hadn't thought of that. From what I understand, though, they're essentially just making it more obvious. I don't know.
And accurate.
Yeah, like, but I mean, if it's more accurate for you, it's going to be more accurate for everyone. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we could translate that into a special ability per se, but we can figure it out when the time comes for sure. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, since I had presumed that there was going to be one more of us, I did not really plan much further than a lot of these things. So now, he can't tell you, but bad things are happening to Spicy down at the entrance. So anybody who wants to make a perception check, go ahead, and I'll let you know what you notice while you're rolling around the bastion.
21.
You hear gunfire thrown from the cave entrance and clattering of skeletal remains.
Soldier down, soldier down.
I just got a
Remy-
7.
Remy, you don't notice anything. At least you
I'm
don't
just-
hear the noise, unless maybe Trone yelled something to you as he ran out.
I'm just picking cave flowers. Oh, here's a pretty one.
Spicy, give me a death saving throw.
Got a 12.
All right, you're gonna stabilize. You're not doing well, but you're alive. Oh no, I froze.
Yeah, I'm frozen too.
Oh, interesting loophole to that whole, me mentioning
Oh.
that the factions will fight each other. Unless they're storm sick. If they're storm sick, they're buddies, which is crazy. It doesn't matter what faction they are; they'll just chill. Oh no, Smallfoot!
I just killed them.
All right. How'd it go with those 3 other skeletons in the library, Remy?
The cake, because I got undead, Bane of Undead.
That's right, you do,
Aw.
buddy. The cleric all by himself. It would have been trouble,
Yeah.
but I bet you smoked him too, didn't you?
That's right.
But
Wasn't
they
even
were
fair.
flying the hits of this axe.
Actually, here, I want to see that, actually. Here, knock that guy somewhere for me. We need stronger skeletons. Hit him towards the water. Boink! Knocking Remy with it is pretty good.
Mhm.
Alright, so, here, how much damage do you do, Trone, when you hit that guy?
Third of its life.
You don't have the numbers that pop up.
No.
Here, Spicy, do you?
I do 7 to that guy.
7. Alright, and
It is
then
a
Remy.
9.
Remy, what do you do?
8.
8, yeah. So,
9.
there you go. But now, we'll throw out a dummy. And Trone, you should do the same. And Spicy, you should do the same. But, how much do you do to this dummy?
Ooh. 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's,
I do 11 to the dummy.
oh, really?
Backstab. Or
I
straight
might have
ahead.
hit it. I might have hit him in the back.
Oh, yeah, if backstab would have done 11. Was it it was a yellow number, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, backstab. But yeah. So for those of you at home who've been wondering kind of how we're doing all this, this is what we got going. Everybody has a different power level. Everybody has different, pluses or minuses to rolls that we do for they're called D20 contests. Yeah, in the end, the hope is that everybody kind of levels out and equals out in one way or another. Um, and another way that this is reflected, like some of the characters can use the higher end crossbows, where some of them can only use the lower end if they can use crossbows at all. Um, and so that reflects both skill and level of ability. Um,
I want to see how far I send him with a Force 3 pickaxe.
right? Go grab one.
I have it.
All right. Send him for a swim. Yeah. This
Two hits, he flies.
This is to represent in D&D. Obviously, you can grapple people. You can toss them. You can and we have no way to do that here in K&K. So if somebody, for example, like say there was a bad guy standing on this ledge right here, the obvious choice would be push him off of it, but we couldn't do that. So I was like, oh, we'll use pickaxes. And it was working the same way where, you just saw Trone hit him twice and, hey, what's up, Richie? Welcome back. And they'd go flying back. So I don't know if they patched that or what, but
Then the baseball bat him into the water, coach.
right.
Did
I'm,
we?
I'm
I
glad
just
to
noticed,
see it
like,
still works with knock.
if you
Go ahead.
sprint and jump, I noticed now, like, did your minifigs legs always still move when you sprint and jump?
I believe that is new. I think it's got to be
Yeah, it's
little
new.
things they're adding to tie into the new movement mechanics. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you
It's
used
kind
to
of
just
funny.
like
Woo!
yeah,
It was just like a regular jump.
right. It was just
right?
like
If
a
you don't- if
Mario
you don't have
Brothers
anything
like
in your-
legs out.
If you don't have anything in your hands, like no daggers or shields, your arms actually flail in the air too.
Oh, so they're doing like the BR.
That's funny. That's totally the BR motion. Hold on, I got it. Oh, I wish they had mantling. That'd be fun. With little flaily legs. Of course, it had to get dark the second that I went to do it. Ba-ba-bam.
I like that though, because it's like it makes it feel like they're still making Lego Fortnite feel more complete as like
Oh,
this Fortnite, like the version of Fortnite, a Lego version of Fortnite, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is funny. I'm gonna put on my illuminator. I never do that, but I'm gonna put
That's
it on.
gonna be interesting. If they maybe one day they'll come out with an actual Lego BR.
That would be fun.
Like it'd be exactly the same as BR, but it's just all Lego.
Oh, I
Yeah,
ran out
can
of
you imagine
stamina
cranking
while I was
90s as a
swimming.
minifig?
Oh, it's okay. It just brought me back to the mouth of the cave. Phew.
They could do that too, because they even got the Brick Life cars. You can have.
Yep.
God. So apparently, if you run out of stamina while swimming in the cave, it brings you out to the mouth, which is crazy. Um, do, 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 do. I feel like there's a unicorn around here somewhere. But all right. What else, if anything, did we need to go over? Not a whole lot.
I think I completed the library though.
Ooh.
I think the library is a good mixture of clutter and knowledge.
Excellent. I'm on my way. Yeah, we still got 20 minutes left of the stream. If you guys want to do just some like free play combat like we were doing, but some set up some scenarios or something, we can do that. If you guys want to just keep free building, you're obviously welcome to do that.
I think Tron and I need to fight to the death.
It happens sometimes. I think I will have to referee it out here on the in the training grounds. I think you guys should fight in the lower level so you can jump attack. Let's see. Na, 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 na. Let's see, and neither of you have any like special abilities that, for spells and stuff that, would normally make it unfair. This is just a classic David and Goliath kind of event. Um, but, all right. As soon as my marker hits the ground, it's go. Are there any rules or
hold
just?
on, hold on. I need to dismiss my follower.
Oh yeah, fair dues.
He's gonna get in the way.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
We'll get him back.
I'll knock
Don't
him over
worry
the
about
waterfall.
it. He'll just boot him out of there. That is something to watch out for. He definitely has the knockback on you. But all right.
All right, he's dismissed, but he's still hanging out, so he'll die.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, nice. The double shield rush was classic. Ooh. Spicy's on the move. Oof.
Ooh.
Big hits from Trone. Oh.
I want to carry him for my victory.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Healy Peely wouldn't let you.
That's right. I can't.
I don't play fair.
All right.
Who cannot play fair at that game?
Ah.
Whoa, that was a good one. That one knocked me way over here.
Oh, jeez.
What happened? Did you jump attack the wall?
Jump attacked the floor, but like all like a bunch of pieces all popped up. It said 6.
Mm.
Well, only this one seemed to do. But like, look, see?
Oh yeah.
Oh, your little foot's back, by the way.
Siri, yes, that's the baby dragon of the big dragon. I had said on some stream that I was going to make that dragon fly the second I got it, because I thought it was, I didn't think it was part of the pedestal, but it is part of the pedestal. It has no connection points anywhere
I'm a quarter
on it,
heart.
so I had to
I was only at 4 hearts the whole fight.
throw some thrusters on it. See, and he's not even raging out before the fight either, Spicy. He would have an extra 4, or oh no, wait, meat pie gives you 3 or 2. I don't
3.
I don't even remember anymore. They've changed it so many times.
Yeah, I know. That's my same problem. Every time I write down the gear list and like prices and stuff and like, make the game make sense, they're like, "Oh, by the way, all wood is gray now." I'm like,
I think we need to see Trone and the Cavern Master fight.
Uh-oh.
He's got a lightsaber, it ain't fair.
I do have a lightsaber. I could use just my sword. That's not fair either, though. I've got a.
I feel like he's got the skill to take you.
I've got the legendary zapping, all kinds of stuff. It's.
Oh god, it'll hit us all.
You don't want to mess with this sword, but all right.
It's gonna hit all of us when he attacks you.
Somebody here. Let me get rid of my illuminator. And somebody's gonna have to call it.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow. When the arrow hits the ground, go.
All right. What? The glitch just happened.
Just ricocheted off the arrow.
Oh gosh,
Damn.
that didn't go as expected.
I've been hanging out with Bricks and Battles crew.
You've been using this training range.
What's the damage on that sword?
A lot. That was like a grossly unfair fight, actually. 14 damage. What did you have for a weapon? A blue axe, right? With damage?
Yeah. Blue axe with damage and knockback.
Alright, let me go get an equivalent sword, and we'll do it again. Because, yeah, I hit you one of the times for like 21 damage or something. Ba-ba-bum.
What are you doing back over here, Squarefoot?
That's cool, he came back.
See
What
if
do
you
you
can
got?
recruit him.
Would you say you have damage 2 on your thing?
Yeah.
Damage 2.
And whenever you get a minute, go back over and look at my place. I changed it up to where I only have four tiles used.
Right on. I will check that out right after this fight. Alright. I got a blue sword with just damage 2 on it.
Sword's base damage is higher.
Actually, I think they changed it. It's equal now. I have 7 damage with this sword. I believe
Good.
axe and sword are equal now, which made my life a heck of a lot simpler. Ooh, nice shot there, sir.
Sword's also a lot faster.
That it is.
I'm gonna get out of your bush so you don't mess up your foliage. Oh, nice block. Oh, nice block. Ow. No. Stop that.
Nice.
Circle move. You just spin around him, keep swinging.
The raw speed of the sword wins.
It would be
Yes,
cool
sir.
if the axe actually had like combo things, or like a spin move or something.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Like if everything
just
could do a...
An up, down
Yeah.
strike and a left, right strike.
Do
I
a
wish you could throw it.
Yeah.
take a
Yeah.
little from
was-
Diablo and do like the barbarian, like that whirlwind.
Yeah. There was a rumored hammer for a while.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which I would love to see. You know, like if it just did extra damage to, you know, like rollers and skeleton. You know what I mean? They could easily make it a worthwhile tool, and then that would save you a rune slot. You know, stuff like that. But
I thought maybe they would make one for like when you're just around your base building, a hammer that you could make that just had like mad durability, so you didn't have to waste pickaxes while you're building.
right.
I thought that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
It would be
Like even if it's an iron and steel plate build, it would still break it in one hit instead of having to hit it 3 times with a epic
Right.
pickaxe.
Yeah. Like it's specifically just for building or something. That would be cool
Yeah.
too. Like kind of like the wrench in reverse. How to unprogram this. Oh, Remy went down the best waterfall. Keep going, Remy. Keep going down the waterfall.
oh
Boom. Let's see. Richie, I finally got to see how you guys have your D&D Odyssey world, and all I can say is I love it. Awesome, Richie. Thank you. I don't know if you got to see some of the older streams or what, but yeah, this in here obviously is a very small part of it. We've been here a couple streams because I messed up, and now everyone else is paying for it. But like I was saying, next week is the update. Super exciting. I plan to let us back out of this cave, I swear. and hopefully Monday will be here next week as well. That's part of the reason I've been dragging my feet is I don't want to be in the middle of something big when Monday does eventually get back. And we did have X amount of housekeeping I felt needed to be taken care of. But aside from that, yeah, if you saw like the Capitol, Cutlass Cove, any of those places, any of our points of interest, the place is laden with them. If I, oh, map unavailable because we're in a cave. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But yeah. Oh, there's art all over the place now. There's a peely head over here. Not a peely head, a tomato head. Very dapper tomato head. We got the cube. We got all kinds of things. All right, let me.
I bet it still is. I don't want.
What's
I
that?
thought I switched my bed. No, I'm talking to myself. I had my bed over here at one point. I don't know why. I thought I switched
I
it.
just got like a little apartment inside of here now.
Oh, nice, bro. I dig it. Yeah, yeah, and like I was saying, I'm not, if you want to
Just filled
extend
out
this
into here
wall,
later.
like, yeah, well, this is cool. I haven't even looked at some of the art stuff. I just like unlocked it.
There's
and
a
I
lot
haven't
of it
used
now.
any
It's
of it.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of. I mean, people were kind of bashed in the past because it's no like builds, but like the stuff
Right.
they're giving now, it's finally giving us like a diversity into like what kind of rooms we can create, which is cool. Because
Right.
like now
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
can make like an art gallery. You can do like an art studio. They have an easel. They got that drafting table. They got a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
different artwork now.
And
I like all the
even
the tool benches and stuff.
Yeah,
oh
they got a
yeah,
tool bench
Uh,
too.
those
now
are
in the
cool
Mos
as heck.
Eisley garages, you actually can set up a garage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Um, but yeah, show spicy spot, please. I'm gonna that zebra. I just did. um, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
Richie,
just tiny.
this is where we've been adventuring for a good chunk of time, but we still have. This is where we started up in here. Um, actually, at this farm. And then followed this road. This is the village of Villageville, where or excuse me, the hamlet of Villageville. Hey, what's up, T Dizzle? Where the original heroes got their nickname. Traveled along, found some other of the haunted house is here on this corner. The Druid Enclave is up here on top of this hill. Over here is Martho and Zarya's tomb, and then this entire section up here. This is starting at the farms, goes all the way down through. This is all of the capital region itself. And then the prison, which we are in for way too many episodes, is over yonder. And of course, we had the mines and all different things from different episodes that are spread all over the place. And it gets a little bit bigger every week. And we've seen maybe a third of the things that have been built here. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy all the rest of it as well. Um, but all right. Yeah, the pass, a lot of people did, kind of slam it. I get what they're saying. It was expensive for not what they wanted.
True.
But I think the stuff that's in it is awesome.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
like it was all much needed stuff. Like part of me feels like all some of it should have come out maybe when Mechanical Mayhem did, or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like the timing of it is interesting, but it also makes me feel like we got all the stuff that they meant to give us already. So now we're gonna be back on track. You know what I mean? Like we're
Mm.
we're ready for Star Wars now. We're ready for them to like. Because part of me suspects it's true of BR as well that the skins that came out for a little while were coming out like especially like the new like skins that were coming out were the wrong theme for the season, but the season prior had a bunch of skins that were the right theme. So part of me suspects like something happened with UEFN and the switchover that the character department got ahead of the game department for a season. And I think possibly a similar thing's happening with Lego, where uh, things haven't gone exactly the way they planned. So now they're kind of like making up, you know, for lost ground.
I could see that. Yeah.
But that's, just my wild theory. It could be completely inaccurate. This could have been the plan the whole time. So, um, but yeah, Spicy's place over here is pretty cool. I like the vibe of it all. And Spicy, like I was saying, that the four square thing was kind of a roundish. So if you want to expand this a little, feel free. But then I like the idea that you're gonna like grow your space into here over time. That's awesome. Um, and then those skeletons didn't mess up the library at all, did they, Remy?
No. Nope.
No, good. Just coming to
A little
check
studio.
out.
A little
Yeah,
studio
yeah.
abode.
Your little Healy
Yeah,
Peely abode.
like I put up on top though.
Heck yeah, that's what's up.
Got a rock
Ooh,
and roll banana.
and yeah, the art is just going out everywhere.
Yeah. And then
All
I,
right.
I use it in the library too. Yeah, really good artwork now. It's funny because I was like just complaining about it too before they released the thing. I was like, well, they
Oh,
gave us
yeah.
just like 4 square things, and it's like now you got the cloud one over here. You got
Right.
this.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got some cool ones.
And prior to this, they just had those like, it was a square on a
Yeah.
piece of wood that was like 2 colors or whatever. It was really bizarre.
Yep.
But yeah, no, this is neat. I didn't even see this one. This like bird pecking the ground. You getting a worm maybe?
Oh, see, to me it looks like kind of looks like like a smoke or something coming out of it, like a little
Yeah,
vase.
yeah. No, it's totally like a city skyline with the moon. But doesn't it kind of look like a bird pulling a worm?
It does. I like from this vantage point here, like if you look from here at it, it's like you got the circle in the picture, you got this little orb on the shelf, and then you got these orbs here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah. I try
yeah.
to do little stuff like that in my builds too. Give like a little theme to the area. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I tried to make it feel a little cluttered too, like it's like a study where people are using it and like tossing
Oh yeah,
books
yeah.
or leaving them on the floor.
Absolutely.
There's no librarian, so no one to kind of clean up.
I
Right.
just
There's
wanted mine to look like a totem lodge
right.
with
Yeah, it looks
trophies
good.
on the walls and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like something out of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of trophies, how exciting is that? We're gonna be able to put pretty much anything now into the wall mounts on the 25th.
Mm.
Yeah, so
I'm
much for the
so
legendary
pumped.
fish things.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And you could turn your lightsaber on. Well, while it's in it.
yeah, that's gonna be neat. But I'm just thinking all the random stuff because I mean I always wanted to put foodstuffs and different things that you can't. Um, I can't wait. I wonder if bright core glows when it's in a mount because that would be cool.
I'll just
Uh,
be glad to put like gliders and stuff on the wall to set up shops. Like
oh
a little
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that was the hardest part of trying to initially when I was making shops and stuff around town was like there's nothing to put on the wall. I couldn't be like, oh, here's the weapon shop versus the general goods store because the general goods store was just nothing. It's just like so. But yeah, now being able to put everything, that's gonna be cool. Um, but all right, that brings us right to 10 o'clock. Do you guys have anything you would like to wrap up character-wise before we, or Bastion-wise, before we do outros?
Nope. I'm satisfied with mine.
Alrighty.
Me too.
Yeah, and I feel like we all got to, um, part of me is like worrying that like um you guys aren't getting your bonuses or like you didn't have the right charms, you know what I mean? So like is that I'm worried sometimes that I'm like inadvertently cheating you in a way, you know. So it was good for me especially to go over all this stuff and then you know, for example, like getting stats and stuff, I know how to lay out encounters, you know, a little more fairly as well. You know what I mean? So, um, but all right. If you guys want to roll initiative, we'll do outros.
Wait, I gotta put my barrier up on my bathroom so no one uses it while I'm away.
There you go. You got a red rope. Nice. Yeah, I put these back here to keep
6.
the skeletons in.
Yeah, 16.
Ooh. All right. So 16 for Remy, 8 for Spicy, and a 6 for Trone, correct?
Correct.
All right. Remy. What do
All
you
right.
got,
Well,
friend?
still been streaming daily between hours of 12 and 4. Usually it's like 12 to 2 or 2 to 4. You can
Heck
find me
yeah.
on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch. And I just want to say that this whole Bastion is coming along amazingly. I'm loving, like, we're in a cave and it's a huge cave, but it's also like cozy still, and really, I'm just really digging it. I think this is a very awesome cave. You picked an amazing location, and we're all building really
Heck yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. Like I love what all you guys are doing. And actually I started to say earlier like I came in here and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do, you know, some little upgrades and I'm going to build a bridge across the river." And I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing, dude? This is theirs." You know what I mean? Out of the whole world, this is yours. You
Yeah.
guys can do whatever you want. And you know, like it's not, you know, you guys do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited to give you guys a place that you can uh like not only like express yourselves in general, but like especially your characters, because I felt like that was something that was kind of missing was a place, you know, for you guys to like show and connect to your characters, you know, character, I guess, you know.
It's also, it's a cool exercise to build stuff through your character,
Yeah, yeah,
like what they
yeah,
would
yeah.
want, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm really pumped with how it's turned out too. Like I came in earlier because I wanted to do the like William Tell, you know, joke thing we did. Um, and so I was doing that, and I went to look around. I didn't realize how the extra work you had done on your place. You know what I mean? I hadn't seen it before the end of the stream and whatnot. And so it was cool for me too to come in and be like, "Oh, look at this! Look, oh, couches!" You know, like it was, yeah. So yeah, yeah. I'm glad we're doing it too, because I think it is going to help along the story and the characters, and uh, you know, get you guys a little vibing more together as well. Because now you got to live together. You know what I mean? Like, because beyond this, you know, Gen still needs a place too. You know,
True.
so and Harry and Monday, it's going to be a full house in here. And then of
On
course, you
Monday,
know,
we
we
took the tower.
right, right. Well, Knox took the tower technically, so I was saying the monk Monday. Um, but then of course NPCs. You know, we've got at least you know, Conqueso, Salvo is probably gonna end up living here. I think the Onceler is probably set in the Enclave, but there's definitely other people you guys met along the way that you know might be able to help in one way or another as time goes on. But yeah, everybody check out Remy Lexington on YouTube and Twitch, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Heck yeah. Um, like you're saying, daily streams. Have you started doing your dream streams again yet? Or
Not as much.
right on.
But
Well, that makes
yeah.
them even more special when you do
Yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah. I ended up playing this other game at night now, so it's not one that I usually stream.
Right on. Yeah, I actually downloaded that RoboCop game that came out in 2024. It was
Oh,
on
word.
sale for like an obscenely low amount of money, so I was like, oh, I'm definitely checking this out. So that's what I've been doing on the side, but I'm not trying to blow up my channel either, by streaming some other random game.
Yeah, I've done it a few
But
times. I just feel like the viewership just drops a lot. I'm
oh, I
just like,
bet,
well,
I bet, and then the algorithm doesn't want to be your friend anymore.
exactly, yeah. Which is unfortunate because you want to stream what you want to stream, but also
Oh
you
yeah,
want to,
definitely. So close. But all right, thank you as always, Remy, for coming out, and everybody, like I was saying, check out Remy Lexington on YouTube and Twitch, and that will bring us to the spicy of jalapenos, spicy plays.
Hope everyone's had a wonderful night. It's been another fun one here with the Long Tom Lounge. Stop in and see me tomorrow. I should be live. I had to miss my live last week because I got called into work on my day off, but I'm definitely going to try to stream tomorrow morning.
Heck yeah. What time?
Probably 9ish.
All right, and that's Eastern time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Spicy plays. If you're only listening to the stream and can't see it up on the screen, it is plays with a Z, one word, and his logo is spicy. But yeah, thank you as always for coming out.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get more, I'm sure, into the in-world backgrounds of all of our characters when Monday rejoins us next week, perhaps. But depending on what we get into next week, also your character may have a special visitor. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, once again, everybody check out Spicy Plays, and you're doing BR tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
Heck yeah, for some hot BR action, some spicy BR. Oh, sorry. Some spicy BR action tomorrow, 9 a.m. But, all right. Trone, lead us on out, bud.
What's going on? This is Trone Karam. I was digging through my videos earlier and I noticed that I had a couple of them unlisted, so I relisted them and put them back up on the channel.
Heck yeah.
Can't believe that I never had that big old sword frigate I built Warhammer style ever posted live, so I did that today.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's funny. So you had it, so anybody had the link? Because I know I've seen it.
Yeah, if you had the link, you were able to see it.
That's crazy, dude.
And just never activated it. So I just put it all on today, see what happens.
Yeah, man.
Taking a break
Heck yeah.
from a little bit for a couple of weeks. Got the kids on spring break next week, so once all that's taken care of, then back to streaming and scheduled stuff again.
Right. I saw you doing a little rebranding, the Lego Adventure or Lego Adventures?
LEGO Adventurer. Kinda
Adventurer. I knew I was close.
on one thing moving forward for a
Heck
little
yeah.
bit. Music will still be a part of it, but not a focus of it.
Right.
Like I'll use like songs I made in the background in the videos and stuff like that, but
that's
it's not going
smart.
to be just a lot of song content.
Right. Well, in that case, everybody check out both Trone's channels when there's two of them. So you'll be doing what, a music one and like a video game one kind of thing?
Like I'll use one for like maybe the music and the Warhammer, and then the other one is just going to be strictly Lego.
Oh yeah, right on. Cool. Yeah, that's they are. If you had to draw like a periodical element table chart of video games, I feel like Lego and Warhammer would be at opposite ends of the table.
Oh yeah. Hardcore turn-based RPG versus action RPG survival light.
Yeesh. Yeah. So yeah, there may not be a huge amount of crossover there, but I wish you as always the best of luck, and I'm sure it'll come together. But everybody check out both these channels when we get them up and running. I'm sure for those of you who are in the Discord, I'm sure that'll all be linked. in the Discord at some point. Speaking of Council of Bricks, you guys should check that out. That's a good time. We're doing a whole international community kind of thing. It's not about views. It's not about, anything other than, a bunch of us who love Lego playing Lego. And yeah, every creator that comes in, we, they can be nominated to get their own category. And once they have their own category in the Discord, they can add as many channels as they'd like underneath their category and build their own community there. Got a lot of very supportive people, a lot of different skill levels, a lot of different levels of ability and skill on content creation as well, not just in Lego. So it's I think everybody in here, Remy, Spicy, and Trone are all in there. It's a yeah, it's a good time. It's a really friendly space. And if you love Lego, you should definitely check it out. Links in my bio. I'm sure there's actually links in the description for this video as well. But in the meantime, like I was saying, everybody be sure to check out Remy Lexington, Spicy Plays, and Trone Karam. Trone _KYR_AM. All on YouTube, and Remy's also on Twitch. Yeah, make sure to come back next week for our next episode of Kaverns and Klombos here at the Long Tom Lounge. And in the meantime, I did a thing. I made a map. Have you guys seen my map? It's pretty cool. If you are into cowboys, westerns, or specifically Red Dead Redemption 2, you're going to want to check it out. It's a little 1-to-1 scale replica of the town of Valentine from Red Dead 2. You can play it. It's a little map I call Red Dead Reduction Valentine. Good night, Zebra. And yeah, there's repeatable missions, there's bounties you can do, you can PvP there. Everything you do gets you a little bit of resources to buy new guns, buy ammo, get more gear to keep repeating the same missions again. It's a lightweight version of Red Dead Online. And those of you familiar with the game will be wildly impressed. Those of you not familiar with the game will be duly impressed. But yeah, the map code, again, somewhere on my page, I guarantee it. I'll be sure after we get off here to throw it in the description. And thank you, everyone out in the audience who came out tonight. All my members, all my non-members as well. Like I was saying, I turned off monetization for the live stream. Once this becomes a VOD, monetization will be on. So you guys are special and didn't get to sit through commercials, or didn't have to sit through commercials, rather. And that is my thank you to you for coming out and being live with us. Because I don't know about these folks, but I appreciate the heck out of you. Did I have the opportunity to say holy guacamole this stream? We might have missed it. Oh well. I guess I don't know. Last thing to do is say goodnight, adventurers, huh?
Good night, adventurers.
Good night, adventurers. And yeah, once again, thank you all who've shown all the support over the past few months and continue to do so into the future. If you are feeling frisky and want to use code LONGTOM in the shop, feel free to do that. And regardless of what you do, and if you do anything, just keep building. And we will see you next week. So, bye.
And cut.